Welcome back, guys. This is it. This is the big one. We're recreating Helm's Deep. Oh, hell yes. Right after I try and sell you a t-shirt. The Wet Beaver t-shirts are finally here. And it doesn't matter if you're feeling naughty or feeling nice, we've got just the thing for you. So whether you're trying to get in good with Grandma or trying to give her a heart attack, these beautifully hand-drawn illustrations will guarantee your inheritance. There are no less than 12 awesome new designs to choose from, 100% satisfaction or no money back. Available on t-shirts, hoodies, hats, phone cases, stickers and more. Link is in the video description. Terms and conditions subject to change whenever we feel like it. Life insurance policies sold separately. Right, we're going to build a dam across here, and it's going to look just absolutely exactly like Helm's Deep from the movie. And it's going to be freaking awesome. But in order to build it, we're going to need dirt because it's going to be made out of terrain. So let me throw in some dirt stuff. Let's start off with a couple of tubeway stations to give us access to all of this stuff. And then we're going to go for the dirt excavator. Here it is. Possibly my favorite building in the game. We're going to pop in 2 of these. Costs 2,000 science. We currently have 3.3. So, magic. What the hell was I talking about? I don't know. So that's 2,000 science. We've got 1.3k left. Right. Now we've got to power these, and these things take 200 horsepower. If we go to power, the engine produces 400 horsepower. Good Lord, you'd think somebody planned this. So we'll throw an engine in there. Now, these things need treated planks. We've got the materials to make treated planks. So we're just going to throw in under wood workshop. We're going to throw in a couple of wood workshops. 800 science. Good Lord, I've only got 600 science left. Magic, for goodness sake. Try and pull it together, Sky. Right, let's get this built. Now, you'll notice this little bit of staircase over here. And that is where we're going to store our dirt. You want storage, you lemon? Yes. Okay. Large industrial piles. We want 1, flip it around, 2, 3, and 4. And this will allow us to store about, I don't know, what, close to 1,000 dirt, which is awesome. So let's get all of these set up for dirt. Yeah, I put the tube stations in the wrong way. You can stop typing. You know, they were. You've put the tube stations in, you freaking lemon. They love it. Every single time I do the slightest thing wrong, they're just straight on it. Just like when I forgot to put this path in to connect this tube station. How many comments did I get about that? They enjoy my suffering far too much. Yeah. Talking of people who enjoy my suffering, picture.
Yes.
You're a being of unspeakable cruelty, aren't you?
No.
I was thinking we should, instead of having Sauron, we should have Picture Perfect as the Dark Lord.
That's me.
In her huge black tower, defended by, you know, My Little Ponies and Pokemon plushies and stuff like that. You've got Pokemon plushies, haven't you?
I do, yes.
You've got a collection of Pokemon plushies, haven't you?
It's becoming a collection, yes.
It certainly is. And on the subject of suffering, I'm expecting us to get quite a few injured beavers once these excavators fire up. We're getting a few extra just from having these wood workshops. They're churning out the treated planks. How are we doing? 28. We need 100 for each of them, so it's going to take a little while. While they get on with that, we're going to come over here. I'm going to try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to get rid of these scientists now, so rip all of that stuff out, and then put a path in along here. Yeah, right to the end. And I'm going to throw in medical beds, and I'm going to throw in a lot of medical beds. Where are the medical beds, Sky? They're in well-being medical beds. So let's see, how many do we want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then double that up. So 16 medical beds. Let's hope that that's going to be enough. The first excavator should be going in at any... And there it is. I was going to say at any moment. And boom, in it goes. Cool. So we're going to start getting dirt. In that case, I think we can head on over to Helm's Deep and start planning. Okay, so there are 4 key elements to Helm's Deep. There is a wall, a long wall with a culvert. It's a great word, isn't it? A culvert, a little stream that runs under the wall. Then there's a tower. Then there's a keep, and the keep has a path a curved path sloping down from the keep down to the ground below. Those are the 4 key elements, and those are the 4 things that we're going to build. I want the wall to be 7 tiles higher than the bottom level of the lake. That's the bottom level there. So we're up 1. So I want this to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. And then this is going to extend all the way across here like this, up 6 tiles. And there we go. And so it begins. I've taken it back 1 tile because I think I want to use this natural edge for the stream that comes out of the culvert. So let's do the culvert, because I think I've come up with a kind of a cool idea for the culvert. So we're going to have that like that, and then that like that, and then we're just going to have this wall going over the top like this. So we'll have the stream coming out of these 2. So I want the stream coming forward like this and coming out here, because it's a bit windy. It's a bit windy, this this stream. Maybe that far. That's probably enough. And then let's see, how do I want to do the terrain from there? Probably something like that would be fine. Do I want to extend this maybe a little bit? Yeah, maybe a little bit. In fact, maybe a little bit more. Maybe something like that. So we extend the wall all the way over to here, and that's where the keep is going to start. Okay, cool. Big, imposing wall, but it's a little bit boring. So I think we're going to make it a little bit more interesting. So let's see. Now, where am I going to start from? I know where I'm going to start from. I'm going to start from the culvert, and I am going to add crenellations. Now, they didn't have crenellations on the wall in the film. But I like crenellations, and I think they're going to make it a little bit more interesting. Yeah. Much better. And then we're going to come around the back and make things a bit more interesting. That's what she said. Oh, dear, stop it. So I want a firing step. Am I going to put it? Yeah, let's do it around that way. So we'll have a firing step that runs along here. And I'm going to make it 2 tiles wide like this. And I'm actually thinking to make the wall like 3 tiles wide and actually have a wall on the back side. But I'm going to make it hollow just to save a few tiles. So we'll have that coming across like that. Take that up to there. We'll leave the culvert for now, and we'll leave this side for now because I've got to use this culvert to great purpose. What is this great purpose you speak of, Sky? Well, I'm glad you asked. This over here is a water source, and sometimes it produces nice clean water, and sometimes it produces filthy bad water. What I want to do is run that water down here and then split it and have the good water going this way and have the bad water coming down here and exiting through the culvert. Does that sound like an idea? I think it does. So let's unlock the dynamite, just the single dynamite. That's 600. Good Lord. It's very expensive, you know. And we're going to have single dynamite coming down here to create a channel. Right. Let's prioritize that, get them going, and let's get that dynamite built. Here they come with the last few bits. Can you get to this? Yes, you can. Boom, boom, boom. And all done. Okay, pause, because I don't want this beaver to start going and building. So let's get this dynamite blown. Detonate. You know what? I need to detonate these because otherwise this beaver's going to stand on top of them. Go. There we go. Woohoo! We have our first bit of boom boom, and we have a channel. Now, the water source produces 5 units of water. To get 5 units of water from this level down to this level is going to require 3 edge tiles. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to build a wall across there. I think it's 2.2 units of water can go off an edge. So we'll do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal this up. So we're going to have that going across there. And do I just come to this edge? No, we'll go one past it just to be nice and tidy. So that's going to come up to there, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Get rid of the path, because we're actually going to seal this completely. Oh, yeah. Get rid of that. And then we have tiles coming across there to seal that, make it into a tunnel. And then the same across here. And the same, where's the lid? There it is. Across there like that. And that is completely sealed. Awesome sauce. Now I want a couple of sluice gates to separate the water. So the bad water is going to go down there and the clean water is going to come out of this one. Awesome. Well, like, how is this going to work, Sky? Because, like, it doesn't seem like the water's going to be particularly persuaded to come down here. Well, this tunnel is going to extend all the way back to the water source. So the water's actually going to be under pressure when it reaches this point, and it's going to just squirt, squirt out of here at pressure, which is going to be awesome. So all I've got to do now is continue this little tunnel passage thing up here, like as far as the water source. Let's drop the terrain down, because I'm thinking I might be able to save on some resources if I'm a little bit smarter. Yeah, I think maybe we run the water down against this edge, because then I've only got to build this side. I haven't got to build both sides of the tunnel. Yeah, that makes a huge amount more sense. So it'll come to here, and then it'll move over a tile, come to here, move over a tile. So yeah, let's rip all of this nonsense out and see if I can do this a little bit better. I've got to say that this 3D terrain is fantastic. I'm going to get so much use out of this 3D terrain. It's going to be incredible. Now, you may say to yourself, oh, hang on a second. You said about needing like 3 edge tiles to get the water down here. If this is only 1 edge tile, how's the water going to get down there? It's fine if it's under pressure. So hopefully that shouldn't be an issue. So it's going to come up here, and then it's going to come up here, and then it's going to come up here, and then we're going to get to this point. Now, here, what I'm going to do is, let's flip this around and build it that way. So we want to come to there and then bring that out. Yeah, that's it. And then we have that, and we have that. Right, so the water is going to be under pressure, come down here, drop down, come down here, drop down, come down, all the way down to here where it splits. Goes out there, goes out there. Oh, yeah, this might just work. Now all I've got to do is seal this off and put a roof on it. So let's go up. Oh, is that? Oh, that's actually sealed. You know what? I'm going to make 100% certain, because I just don't trust anything, and put those tiles across there. We want a tile there, which I'm going to flip around that way. And then we'll have those tiles there. Right. Yeah, this is looking all right. So boom. That's the roof, and now that's where it needs to drop down one. So the roof will drop down like that. Then the same here. The roof will drop down like that. And we're at the bottom level. So then it's just rinse and repeat all the way along. Right, let's have a quick double check. So that's all sealed. Excellent. Let's drop it down a level. So the water's going to come here and drop. Along here and drop. Along here. Go through there, and then it's out the culvert. That actually looks like it might work. Right, how are we going to build it? Well, we're going to use tubes. Oh, yeah. I am going to get rid of, let's see, I'm going to get rid of those 2 tiles and that one, because I want to make sure that that tile actually gets built. So what do I need? I'm going to need a platform. Yeah. Platform. We're going to need a platform there, and then we're going to get tubes, and we're going to have tubes that go right into that corner to get that built. So we'll get to there, then it'll drop down there, drop down, and that's all. Oh, this is all just flat tubes, isn't it? Yep. Until we get to that point. Let's get the verticals. So that's going to go up there, up there, up there. Cool. And then finish it off with tube, and oh yeah, it goes up there, doesn't it? Right. Okay, cool. I think I'll hook that up, and I think we start getting this built. I've just moved the tube station back a couple of tiles, and the reason I've done that is so that I've got room to put in a large industrial pile there. This is going to be for dirt, and I'm going to set it to obtain. Right, guys, we are off and running Well, as you can see, I've prioritized getting the tube station built and getting the tube itself built all the way along up to here. Because this tile, I'm nervous about this tile. I want to make sure that tile gets built. Because if they build other stuff around it, then, yeah, I'd be in trouble. And I've actually left a little hole there so that we can actually get through and do this stuff down here when all of this gets built. Let's say we've got 5 days till the next wet season. Both of the excavators are now up and running. They are churning away, producing dirt. So I've turned off the 2 plank factories. And look, we're chewing in. Yes, you can see sections disappearing as they plow down into the earth. Awesome. Well, it's happening. It's happening. They're building the blocks along here. I think they need to get round to here. Yeah, because they need to build this block so that they can start building this along here. Are they going? They seem to have stopped. No, they should be able. They've built that block, so they should be able to build this block. I may need to turn them around. Yeah, maybe I need to turn them around. Let's take those 2 blocks out and instead build them in, let's say, that direction, going out like that. Does that mean that they can actually get to work on them? And the answer is yes. Yes, it does. Here they go. Now, I may need to do something with these tiles as well, but we'll see. We'll see if they can actually, like, build them. And the drought has ended. Are they going to? Yeah, they've started. Yes, they are ticking along here. Oh, I think I can pretty much sit back at this point and just let them progress up here, because this is going to be all the same. It might get interesting when we get towards the end, but let's let them make some serious progress. I've added some stairs up here, and they're starting to work on this part. I've added some stairs down here. Maybe I should prioritize those stairs so they can get on with this stuff down here. So we'll prioritize those. Yeah, I want to see what... I mean, I was going to say I want to see what this looks like, but I think I can pretty much see. But actually, I'm looking at this, and I think that this should this come out straight a couple more times? Yeah, it should. I think it should. So what are we going to do? I'm going to add like 3 straight tiles there. Yeah, and then throw in what? Couple of sticks of dynamite so that it comes forward and then curves around. I think that's going to look much better. We do need to be able to get over there, Sky. Yeah, you've got a very valid point. Now, we don't want to get in the nasty, dirty water. So I guess a couple of platforms and a path to get over there. Awesome sauce. And then maybe a path over here so they can get to these tiles. All right, cool. Now, I could have run a tube through here, but I think it's just easiest to let the beavers get on with it. How are we doing on this side? They are progressing, but they're not building these tiles. Yeah, maybe they're just focused on this because I've got it prioritized. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. So yeah, we can just like let him do it. Well, I told you we were going to get a lot of injured beavers. Look at this. We've got 14 injured beavers already. How many beds did I put in? 16? So we got 16, but we had... I thought there was a medical bed around here. There probably is. I just can't see it. Oh, are they... Ah, those are medical beds, aren't they? 1, 2, 3. So we've actually got medical beds for 19 beavers. Okay, we're at 11 as they're healing. Oh, we're going to have to... It's back up to 12. We're going to have to keep a very close eye on that. 12 injured beavers. That puts a dent in our workforce. While the beavers have finished the culvert and stream, let's detonate that. I made a mistake here. There should be 1 tile in. Boom. There we go. And then I can rip out, I think, all of this stuff, can't I? Yep. And get rid of these 2 platforms. Yes. Okay, cool. Right. We want to get the rest of this built. And I'm thinking, what we do is we throw in a couple of these to get us up to there. And then we run the tube along the wall like this. And they should get all of that done. In fact, I only need to go to there. Now, at this end, what I want to do is build the mountain out so that it looks like the wall is just butting up to the mountain itself. Yeah, what I want to do with this is actually build it hollow so that I don't have to spend so much of the resources, because building the whole thing would be a bit of a pain. Do I want to come out that far? No, probably not. Take that back one. You know what? I think probably the best thing is for me to just like play around with this, because I want to try and blend it into the surroundings and stuff. So it's probably going to take me a bit of time. Yeah, that's really starting to look nice and natural. I think that maybe it needs a little bit of building up there, and I need to seal this in. But yeah, that's the aesthetic that I'm going for, and I like it. Right, how are they getting on? Look at this. Oh my, they've already built all the way up to here. How are they doing? Oh my God. They're already like way, but they've done it all. Oh, you good look. I love this new system. Okay. All I should need to do is put in like 2 tube sections. I mean, I could have put a platform in a tube section, but that'll do. That'll get the job done. If we maybe... Oh, I was going to prioritize it, but apparently I don't need to, because the beavers are just on fire with getting this done. Wow. I'm very, very impressed with this. Okay. Do I start building this? Maybe. I want to do... Let's see, how far up do we go? I think I want to do a little bit more on the top. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until this is finished before I send the beavers up there. Wow, I need to start thinking about the next phases. So we've got to do the tower, the keep, and then the path coming down here. And I'm starting to think that there's going to be a lot of dynamiting to do. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm going to extend the wall a little bit and remove this terrain here. And then I'm thinking we have like a tower at this point. And it's maybe, I'm thinking like a 5x5 tower. Yeah. So I have 5x5 tower going on there. And then we want the wall of the keep extending out here. So I'm thinking, let's see. Let's flip that tile around. I'm thinking we come out like 2, 2. And then we switch and go in singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. Yeah, something like that. And then... let's have a couple more and a couple more like that. And then I'm thinking we have another tower here. How many space have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't tell me I've got 5. Well, I have got 5. Well, that is blooming fabulous. That is awesome. So that's going to come out like that. I don't necessarily need to worry about that wall. Yeah. I was going to say, do I want it one forward? I might dynamite that tile down. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so that can go over there. Right. Okay, we have a potential floor plan. Now, over here, this is going to be the big doorway. And then we're going to have the ramp coming down here. So how am I going to do the big doorway? Now, I've got an idea. Because I want the doorway to kind of sort of stand out a bit. So what I'm thinking is if I get some levies and I want the door to... like, I can't do an arch door, but I'm going to get as close as I can. So I'm going to do it like that kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking. And then we'll have these tiles going up on either side. Okay. No, I'm going to have to make a change. So we'll have the door kind of like a big, impressive door frame, right? Now, oh no, I want that tile showing, don't I? Yes, I do. Okay, so we go across the back. Let's put a couple of levels on there. Oh, I'm freaking loving this. And like that. How's that? That looks not bad. But I think this is going to have to come up here like that. And this is going to have to come up here like that. Yeah, which means that this wall is going to have to come out to there. Okay, fine. That means that I can get rid of these tiles inside. Haha! Good news. And I can get rid of that tile as well, I think. All right, cool. All right. So I build this up. I've got to decide like how high this is. But that's a very, very good start. I'm going to have to do a bit of dynamiting here because we want We want the ramp, like no tiles on the sides of the ramp, so you can't get up the sides at all. And then we want it curving down here. That's going to be blooming interesting. I tell you what, let me throw in, because the ramp is going to be 5 tiles wide, like that. So it's going to come out like this. How far? I mean, that's a very, very good question. I don't know. I'm going to have to play around with that, like probably a lot. I'm thinking at least 3 tiles at the top, and then it's going to start to drop down and curve around here. All right, I'll play with that. Let me throw a bit more of this in and kind of play around with ideas. Okay, it's coming along. We've got tower, we've got battlements, and then we've got the big tower over, or the bigger part of the keep over there. And then I think to make it a little bit more interesting, I'm going to put in a second layer back here, which is going to be, let's see. I want it that way. Yeah, that way. In fact, I can do it that way. Well, almost to the end. I think I want that one coming forward. Come on, like that. So let's bring that up. Let's see. 3, 4. Oh, don't want to go too far. I don't want to start filling these gaps in. Let's see. So we want to go up to, I guess, the same level as the rest of this. So, yeah, let's bring that across and then flip that around and boom, 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 boom. Now, is that going to make this tower and this a little bit meh? Don't know. We want crenellations on here, wouldn't we? Yes, we would. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Oh, that starts to make this imposing. But I think if this is going to go up to that level, then this would have to go up to there. So I think I'm going to have to bring this down a level so that it matches the towers. And, you know, maybe I bring that down a layer, and then maybe I raise the towers by 1 so that the towers stand out a little bit more. Yeah, let me do that. Yeah, maybe like that. I've kept that tower the same, and I've raised this tower up 1. So this tower looks a little bit more imposing than this. But this tower, I think, stands out okay, and then forms part of the battlements. And then we've got the main. Oh yeah, I think we might be onto something here. Now we want a walkway across here, don't we? Yeah, I would think so. The question is, what height do I have it that height, or do I take it down 1? And I think we probably take it down 1. So it'd be like that, wouldn't it? So I need to do that all the way along, like this. Oh, God, I'm loving this. This is like, it doesn't get any better than this. Okay, cool. So we've got that. So our defenders can actually stand there. Okay. So the rest of the keep, what am I going to do behind here? That's a very, very good question. So this tower, I guess, needs to come out to here, doesn't it? Yeah. So let's build that up like this. Now let me put that wall in there, because what I want to do is I want to have some steps going up to this. So let's say, yeah, that's going to be the place, isn't it? So we'd have step and then step up. Cool. And fill that in. Awesome. Okay, that's what gets us up to here. And then you know what? Maybe we just have like a bit of a ledge going across here. Now, I'm going to have to turn that around like that, aren't I? Yeah. Although there is going to be a wall here. So, it's fine. It's fine. Fussing about nothing. In fact, you could put the walls in, Sky. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I'll put the wall in. So if we have this wall going across here like that, and then we just need the crenellation on there. Okay, cool. I was going to say I can't build this, but of course I can, because I've got 3D terrain, you lemon. Right, so that can go up like that, and that is that tower done. Right. As far as the facade, that is not looking too bad. Okay, should we carry on? I think we should. Let's get... I think, do we just have this like go across here like this? I think we do. Yeah. One higher. That goes to there. Awesome. Now, am I going to have crenellations on that? Maybe not. Maybe not. Do I have crenellation? Do I have that crenellation? I think I need that one. I don't know. I may end up putting some crenellations on there. You never know. Right, we want a bit of a roof on here, don't we? So We can do the roof like that. Awesome. So we can get up here. Yeah, I knew I'd end up putting this blooming crenellations on there. You knew it was going to happen too, didn't you? Now, here, I'm going to build the mountain up. Yeah, definitely build the mountain up so it looks like this is built into the side of a mountain. All right, cool. But, guys, I think we've got the basis of a keep. I just need a structure back here to kind of, like with a, I don't know, something. I'm not sure what, but something. There's one more thing we've got to do, and that is the tower. Before I do the tower, I think I need to see kind of the proportions of this. I think I need to demolish some of this terrain, so I'm going to get to it. The first thing I'm going to do, though, I'm going to turn this back on, and we're going to get... where's the tubes? The tubes are in the next one, you lemon. I'm going to extend the tubes along here so that they can build the rest of the wall, because I want to kind of see that. Right, let's get this going. Let's get you a couple of platforms across there so we can get onto this level. We also need to be able to get up to this level, don't we? Now, the thing is, do I do like a tube coming out here? I've got to say, I'm very, very tempted by that idea. You know what? I'm gonna sort this bit out first, the front part, and then I'll worry about this part at the back. So let's get these platforms built. Let's get that done. And I've got to remove these trees, and then we'll start laying some dynamite. Well, the sun sets on Helm's Deep, and a big event is coming up. We get to see if this thing actually works. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Are we going to get a flood of water out here because I've screwed something up down in the mains of Moria? Okay, well, we'll find out very quickly, I would think. Oh, well, actually, it won't be super quick because it's got to fill up this whole tunnel. Shall we see? Let's bring this level down and see. Oh, here comes the water. And there it is. Oh, my God, it worked. It actually worked. Good Lord. And yeah. It's flowing out nicely. Oh, hang on a second. I've just realized something. No. It should be fine. I wonder. I'm just wondering if when it goes down, even though it's under pressure, will it still be restricted in its flow? Because if it is, that's a bit of a problem. Now, I could test that by putting like a flow meter in, couldn't I? Oh, good Lord. Okay, you know what? I think time has beaten me today. That's what I think. You know, I'm going to have to investigate this and see. I think I need to change this pipe network. Right, I'm putting a little contraption in here to try and test out what the flow is. Right, they've done it. Thank you. Right, now we'll see what the flow is. If it's like 2.2, then we've got a big problem. If it's 5, we're fine. 2.4. Yeah, it's restricted. It's definitely restricted. Okay, guys, that's a problem that I'm going to have to sort out. Oh, good Lord. You know what? I don't think it's actually too big a problem. I will figure that out in the next episode. And in the next episode, we're going to be putting in the tower. We're going to finish off the keep and get it all built. And Helm's Deep is going to be finished. Oh, yeah, I've got to blend it into the mountain as well. We're going to do that as well. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Say goodbye, picture.
Bye, guys.
Catch you for the next one. Peace out.